Well, hello again. I'm back to continue on that study of how death works. Going to look at another example today, and that is the view that is expressed by Solomon. As usual, going to be reading from this Bible right here, the Holy Bible, King James Version, and I'm here to do my thing. What I do is it's an old man reading from his Bible. We'll turn to chapter 12 of the book called Ecclesiastes, or Wisdom, some people call it. And Solomon refers to himself as the preacher. And the last chapter refers, or it just kind of describes what happens as a person lives out his normal lifespan, and his body gets older and older, and not everybody's life follows this path, but this is the general path of a human's life. And finally, things begin to break down. Teeth wear down and fall out, and the eyes become dim. And like I'm 78 now, and about I don't know, 11 or 12 years ago, I was beginning to have some serious problem with my eyesight, with light scattering, and turned out I had cataracts. So I had cataract surgery, and I managed to circumvent that natural process. For the first time in years, I was able to tell the difference between yellow and white. White looked like a pale yellow, and yellow looked like a pale yellow. They were just all one and the same. But the restoration of the ability to distinguish colors, that was a wondrous thing to me. But they didn't have that in Solomon's day, of course. Chapter 12, verse 1, remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few. Grinders. And those that look out the windows be darkened. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Also when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fears shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail, because man goeth to his long home. That's pretty clear talk. You've been in this tabernacle all of your earthly life, but you're about to go to your long home, which would be another home in another place where you're going to be until whenever. And the mourners go about the streets. Now here's where he gets into the death process. Or ever the silver cord be loosed, or the golden bowl be broken, or the pitcher be broken at the fountain, or the wheel broken at the cistern. I think he's describing the failure of major organs, such as the liver, or heart failure, or lung disease, things like that. And this is what happens when this golden bowl is broken at the cistern and the silver cord is broken or loosed. Verse 7, then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it. Interestingly enough, no distinction is made about a difference between the righteous and the evil man. the spirit returns to God who gave it. Your spirit that causes you to live, that's in you, that's not you. That's not the person, but it is the driving force that causes you to be alive while your spirit is in you. And he mentions, of course, the body returning to the earth. And we recently, I think, looked at chapter 15, and Paul described how the earthly body differed from the heavenly body, because the man of the earth is earthy, and he is of the earth. And his body is designed to be nourished of the things that grow out of the earth, logically enough. And he continues on here. He doesn't make any mention of the soul, but we're going to see that covered elsewhere. That is, well, in a way he does. Back here in, back here in verse 5, he mentions, because man goeth to his long home. That's the real person, the one who departs. And we've all already covered that in previous parts on this subject. He continues in verse 8, vanity of vanity, saith the preacher, all is vanity. And moreover, because the preacher was wise, he still taught the people knowledge. Yea, he gave good heed, and sought out and did set in order many proverbs. It's another book he wrote. I think he did just about all of the proverbs, if not all. Verse 10, the preacher sought to find out acceptable words, and that which was written was upright, even the words of truth. The words of the wise are as goads, and as nails fastened by the masters of assemblies, which are given from one shepherd. And further, by these, my son, be admonished. Of making many books there is no end, and much study is a weariness of the flesh. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. Next time, we're going to go backwards in time a little bit, and we're going to look at King Saul and his experience with death and departed souls and all that. But for now, I'll just say, may the Lord bless this reading of his Holy Scripture. I appreciate every one of you that watched this video, and I hope you'll come and be with me for the next one and follow through this whole series and maybe get a little bit better insight on death. And I hope you're getting something out of this. And I'll be back to continue on in the same vein.